Well, we're high in the fantasy spirit because we've just returned from the biggest nerd event of the year. Good, gentle folk.
Folks, the rumors are true. The meek have inherited the earth.
Oh, wow.
These nerds, they're running the show.
Oh, I see.
I looked for a solid week for someone to talk to me about sports.
Yeah. You remember that poster that was hanging up on like high school walls? It's like, if you get made fun of now, don't worry, you'll be Steve Jobs. Oh, I saw hundreds of thousands of Jobses here.
Everyone was a Steve Jobs.
Yeah, Jobs is everywhere, but not a basketball to drink.
Did you guys make any new, big celeb friends? That's why you go to Comic-Con for the connecciones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you brush elbows with Arrow.
Yes.
You brush shoulders with Flash.
I met Spider-Man. Got a photo with Spider-Man.
Yeah. Spider-Man came to our signing.
Yeah.
And he said, thank you, it's such an honor to meet you. And I'm like, are you kidding with me right now? After all you've done?
You're the web slinger.
After all your good work? I left. Here's how. What's cooler than being at a cool party?
Ice cold.
Leaving a cool party. I left Comic-Con's most exclusive event to go home and eat a muffin top, a chocolate muffin top, and a drink of vitamin water in my hotel room while I played Dragon Quest Builders. That's the most exclusive. The most exclusive party is the one you leave. I've never seen anything like it before in my entire life. There were famos littered, strewn about.
Mm-hmm.
I stepped over the corpse of Stephen Amell. He was just there. There's like 30 arrows there.
Mm-hmm. I was playfully pushed into the pool by Taye Diggs, but then I bounced off of Cuba Gooding Jr., who was in the pool, to land on the other side without getting wet. So many famouses.
Mm-hmm. And you're over there and you got caught by John Cryer. And John Cryer said,
John Cryer was actually, that's not a joke, he was there.
Yes.
He was
and you can
there.
tell that when John Cryer said the thing about making it to the other side, he meant both literally the pool and figuratively to the other side of fame.
To the other side of fame. And now we're all famouses.
You know what people won't tell you about red carpets? And this is probably not for everyone. I've only been to one red carpet event my entire life. Well, the Margaritaville was a blue carpet, but this is a red carpet event.
We've only been on one side. Yes.
You only are there. You could just walk in. So there was a door that this is Entertainment Weekly thing, and it was an honor. Wow, what an honor!
Wow, what an honor! HONOR.
So anyway, we went, and you go in, and they're like, "Well, there's the entrance, and then over there is where the red carpet is. To go on it, you have to wait in like a line, and this line is like." There's some people from the new Spider-Man movie in this line. John Cryer is in this line.
We were ahead of the Spider-Manses. The Spider-Manses was behind us. So
yes, not a Spider-Man, but like some cast members from Spider-Man. Legit. I mean, top tier talent that I earnestly suggested we should let them go in front of us. There's no way that we should be, but you could just go into the party, which is what a lot of people were doing.
There were 5 minutes less of canapes for the cast of Spider-Man because they had to wait for us to finish getting our picture taken. Strange but true. I did enjoy making good friends with David Harbour. Now we didn't talk.
Yeah.
And we were only in the same place for like half a second as he got into a car, as we got out of a car. But I felt him like register like my celebrity Musk on the air. And like I registered his, and I think he was like, there's another like big bearded man.
Sure,
here.
Yeah. I saw it, Trav, as he was getting in the car, and you guys like met eyes and just walked by each other, and he tickled you real fast. He tickled you real quick.
Real quick, he and I took a second to bully Tom Hiddleston for being a nerd.
It was so fast.
Yes, but like that was the only connection we made. Just real quick, me and David Harbour bullied Tom Hiddleston, and then David Harbour had to go, but he did. He kissed me on both cheeks and said, "Now the power is yours."
we were standing outside this party waiting for the person that was supposed to get us into the party. And we were waiting there feeling like we didn't belong. And as we're standing there feeling incredibly uncomfortable and really not of a place where we should be there at all, Tom Hiddleston, TV's Loki, walks out of this
TBS's
place.
Loki.
TBS's Loki walks out and walked past us and to get into his car. And I asked Griffin, I said, I hope he didn't eat all the free hot dogs that they had, because he had that sort of self-satisfied grin on his face that he always had, which I'm assuming is because he ate all the free hot dogs.
And he kept patting his tummy and saying, yum, yum, hot dog tummy.
Yum, yum,
And
Wiener King.
and then I did a fun accent where I was like, they got split top buns, they got brioche.
He got a new topping only Famos know about.
They got Hot Dogs 2, the sequel to Dogs. Yep, that was fun.
It wasn't
time.
fun. It wasn't fun.
Oh.
Maybe for Travis it was fun. Maybe
It was
you had
way
fun.
fun for me.
Good. I'm glad you all received energy from it instead of having it depleted from you like a vampire.
I expected to be arrested. Like, that's where I was at. As I was walking around this party, I fully expected a helicopter to swoop in and arrest me. They wouldn't even send an officer. They would just kind of scoop me up with a big claw, and then
They would lower like one of those like things that they use to rescue people who have been injured in the desert.
Yes, except it's got a trapping claw on it. It would swoop down and grab me, and as I flew away, Darcy Carden would wave to the helicopter and be like, "Thank you."
Thank you. He was eating all the hot dogs.
He ate all the hot dogs. We saw so many guys. This was a wild one. This was a wild week. I hope this doesn't come off as bragging.
No,
I don't.
we did not belong.
We did not
No.
belong there.
We were like the kids in the mixed up Files of Mrs. Baisley, Frankenweiler. We were hiding in the museum, just hoping the security guards did not catch us as we ate from the vending machines to stay alive.
But I mean, like, it was, the whole thing was weird. I guess it's all, thank you to everybody who came out to like all our signings and bought our new book, The Adventure Zone Murder on the Rockport Limited, and came to all our events and shows. Like, you are our only, you're like our cool friend that gets us into parties. Like, I don't know, a bunch of other people know who these guys are, because we certainly don't. So we appreciate it. Thank you for making all our lives so strange. It feels increasingly like a dare. But
They haven't chickened out yet. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe we'll invite them to, I don't know, another party with like 2 John Cryers and see if they get the hint this time.
Just want to say, this world is bullshit. You know, this is
the world of fame.
Fiona Apple. I just wanted to get out there and say, like, it was a fine party. The hot dogs were just scrumptious, but this whole world is bullshit. And don't let anybody tell you who to be, like Fiona Apple said once.
Wow, that's beautiful.
But Griffin, what if I want to be like a hobnobbing celebrity?
That's then you're bullshit.
Oh no! Ow!
When John Cryer came over and was like, "Hey, I met some of your families. I hear you do a podcast. That sounds really interesting. You know, I used to play D," and I'm like, "Bullshit, dude! Bullshit!"
Hey, somebody come get Ducky.
Brendan Routh is like, "Hey, me and your brother are literally going out for hamburgers. Do you?" Fuck bullshit, bud. I've seen through your lies, Superman.
And when Melissa Fumero was like, "Oh, it's so nice to meet you," I was like, "Yeah, it's nice to meet you as well. I'm a huge fan, and you're super nice."
He's bullshit, Justin. Not like
falling
us.
in.
Sheep in wolf's clothing.
When I met Ashton, I said, "Who are you in Lion King?" And he said, "I wasn't in Lion King." I said, "Then what fucking good are you?" And I wandered away.
No, that
and
was
he
good.
knew who had the power in that relationship for
That was
sure.
a good one.
That was good. I asked everybody what they thought of Lion King or if they were in it. That's the only people I wanted to talk to is people who had seen Lion King or performed in the film Lion King.
Mm-hmm.
The guy did Moana, the musical guy. He came over and I was
Yeah.
like, "Were you in Lion King?" And he's like, "Justin, we've been friends for years." Like, I don't have any friends that didn't work on Lion King.
Yeah,
Or
that was
go
true.
see
He
Lion
started
King.
crying. That
He
was
started
Yeah,
crying.
he was hurt.
Because I was with
really
them, I was
harsh.
like, Lion King's the only part of this whole, and I pointed to everybody at the party, world that isn't bullshit. It's the only legit one.
And then Seth Rogen was like, "I was in Lion King," and that's when Dad started screaming, "Are you Nathan Lane? Are you Nathan Lane?" Like, in his face over and over
And they
again.
pushed him over the balcony.
I do want to say one other thing about this before we move on for this intolerable section of the podcast. At a separate after party event that was not really a party, but was just a bunch of us sitting around at a bar, Griffin did, during a particularly heated round of Uno, Hadouken an entire beer onto Lin-Manuel Miranda's pants, which I mention only because it's the exact thing you're worried about happening at these other parts. Like, you're not going to do something worse than that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the worst thing had already happened to you, which you spin kicked an entire beer onto this poor gentleman.
It wasn't a Hadouken. It was a closed fist punch into a beer glass because I got excited about a card I had to play. And there it is. There's the truth. And like, we squashed that beef right away. We traded pants. Okay.
Okay, moving on. This is an advice show. It's not just a San Diego Comic-Con recap.
A famous.
Nothing you just heard was a brag. It killed all of us a little bit, except Travis.
Yes, even I was not bragging. I have been in a cocoon for the last 3 days.
Yeah.
Just recovering from having to talk to so many people.
Travis did force himself into a picture with Kristen Bell and came back to us and was doubled over with the exhaustion of the effort. It took all of his powers.
Or maybe Kristen is a Shang Tsung and just got a little bit of that soul. Just got it, pulled it right in.
If so, she's welcome to it. She knows she's given us all so much.
Eat my soul, Kristen Bell.